Oh, hold on. I think we're live now. No, hold on. I just clicked it, so now we're live. It's off, but I still don't see the chat. Do you see the chat? Oh dear. Well, let me grab my iPad, and I'll do it that way. This is so much fun. What are you looking? What do you mean? Yes, it's it's just it's backlog. It'll disappear in just a minute. So it's that's from like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, this is so fast. It is crazy. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. And I was trying to record the other night and do the same thing, and it kept doing it. And I just don't get it. I don't understand what the heck is going on. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to get on this on my iPad, which is so cool because you can actually hear me, but you just can't see me. Which I don't know if that's actually cool or not. So you'll have to talk about your Benadryl thing again. That's good. You can see me because I'm on the Zoom call with you. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Yes. All right. Okay. There you go. Now you can't see me. They can't hear you? This is a mess. I'm so sorry, people. I'm having severe technical problems. I don't know. It shouldn't be that hard. That's what she said. Okay, hold on. I'm getting to the chat. This is called We F Up and Keep It Real on this channel. Yeah, that's what it's called. Okay. So, oh, never mind. I see why we can't. They'll be able to hear you. Now talk. I'm going to try my regular. Oh, I can't do that. Hang on. I'm going to try my regular webcam because it's just on there, but I'm going to look hideous because it's a regular webcam. They're never pretty. They just. No, mine looks hitting. It looks terrible. All right, video capture device. Okay. Told you. It's super dark. Hold on. See how dark it is? I don't know why it's so dark. There I am. Hang on. Oops, this way. Nope. See, I'm not even looking at the camera. It's just weird. Can you Oh, I can see me on the thing. I just look really dark. I don't know how you're supposed to fix that. And still don't have the chat on here. Okay, so I'm over here. Okay, I just chatted. I'm proud. So at least we have this. It just looks weird. All right, so we're good. Poppy, we're good. Oh, what happened? I can't hear you. There's no sound. Oh my gosh. You have no sound. Oh my goodness. I don't. Oh, now you're back. This is terrible. I'm deleting my video again. I think that's the problem. Remove. There we go. You just talk and I'll talk, you just won't be able to see me. Testing 1 2 3. Yes. Uh Still can't hear Audrey. Okay. Um I don't know why they can't. Okay, let's try audio. Oh, there we go. It disconnected. Mike. All right, now try it.
Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
Yes, I can hear
1
you.
2 3. So you can hear me. Hmm.
They should be able to hear you now.
All right. Well then.
Oh, they can hear you.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. Great. Woo! That was rough. And we
That was
still.
really rough. I'm so sorry, everybody. I mean,
So we. Well,
that just took 30 minutes.
yeah. And so really, Debbie, we need to work out some things before next week.
I didn't expect this to happen, and I bought that router extender, and that was supposed to make it better. And
Well, we need
clearly,
a test run or something
we just need to do
because
a test
this is
run.
unacceptable.
It is unacceptable. I apologize to each and every one of you.
Our
Thank you
fans
so
deserve
much.
better.
You all do deserve better than this, so I'm sorry. I had the same problem. I was doing Christmas reaction videos. I wore my Jingle Bell
Yep.
shirt. I was all excited, and I was going to do Christmas songs. And I did two, and it took forever to get through two of them because my cameras kept freezing up and everything, like doing what it's doing now. I don't know what the problem is. This is the same equipment I used in South Carolina. I don't understand. I mean, I'm only so much of a nerd.
Right.
I can't figure out what the difference here is in there. But anyway, anywho,
Anywho.
just can't see Debbie.
So
Yeah.
interestingly, yeah, they can't see you. I think a spider might have laid eggs in a picture frame
Yuck.
because there's a spider and I think he's under the glass. Like, I don't think about him. By the time I do work and then get up, I'm not thinking about that spider. But when I sit here, I can see him and he is at the bottom of the picture. But this morning, he was at the top of the picture. And he's always been there for the past week.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he might be stuck under the glass.
Ew,
Poor guy.
that's. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Just
Well,
let him
get
live out his life under the glass.
then all the
I don't want
babies are
to.
gonna starve to death. All the spiders. Well,
I'm
no,
not trying
that's.
to.
Why
I
don't you?
think he might
Do you love
have
that
been raised.
picture?
He don't know any different. I think he was born there.
Get rid of the picture.
No, I love the picture.
Oh, I. How are you gonna just leave that there? You're
Well,
very very
if he's
strange
under
duck.
the glass, if
That
he's,
means he's in
I'm
your
going to try to
house.
remember when we get done here to go see if he's under the glass. If he's on top of the glass, I'm going to flick him outside. If he's under the glass, well, he ain't. Well, who cares? As
Oh,
long as
so
he's.
you're gonna let 150 babies be born by Charlotte?
Well, I don't see any spider eggs. I'm saying I think he hatched from an egg.
You're insane.
Maybe it's. I don't think there's a spider. Like, I don't think a spider went in there and laid a million eggs. I think a spider egg fell in the frame.
I,
That's been on my wall for 6 years, and in that frame, probably 15 years more than that.
you know what,
So
Richard said spiders eat bugs, and I get that, but I can't. No, like I no. My answer is no. I decline. I decline. Decline.
I saw a video of a spider coming out of somebody's ear. Now I don't want that. I do not want that kind of.
I hate spiders. Like they creep me. I'm getting cold chills right now just saying the S word. Like it's not okay. Ugh. I got the heebie-jeebies. Get that spider out of your house. So gross.
Yeah.
All right, so um the first topic
Mm-hmm.
is road rage. Who has it?
Road rage.
Who in the chat has road rage? Come on, you can be honest. Nobody's actually knows who you are. Everybody's like a good percent of people have it.
I have a funny story about Austin, my son. He had some road rage, and he said his wife has a great way of dealing with him and all of his temper tantrums. She has started just matching his being as mad as he is. So when he says rah 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 at the guy next to him, she goes, yeah, yeah, rah rah rah, and she yells at him too.
Does she really say rah rah rah, or is she just yelling
Or
whatever?
whatever he says.
I
If he
wouldn't.
says MF, she says MF.
There,
She gets whatever level he's on, she gets on too. And what it's done is it's made him take a pause before he starts to throw a fit.
you know, I don't know the statistics between like 10 years ago and now on how much someone is the likelihood of them pulling out a gun and shooting you in the face.
Uh-huh.
I think it's quite a bit higher right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that I just figure I am driving along with psychopaths. And I don't
Yes, you
know
are.
their sense of urgency. I don't know where they're going. I don't care if they're a jerk. I don't care if they're nice. I assume everyone is a psychopathic serial killer. I'm not
Uh-huh.
about to
That's a terrible way to live your life.
only when I'm driving because I'm not about to yell at someone and get shot in the face.
And this
You're hold on, your
enough to
hold on. Your microphone cut out. Go ahead. Your microphone's cutting out. Try it again. Nope, can't hear you.
I have said for
Poppy, can you hear me?
at my funeral.
Hold on. Your microphone is cutting out and you're only getting like every other word. Okay, test it. Nope, can't hear you.
That's a shame. I had a great story to tell.
I can hear you now. Try your story again.
I forgot what I was
No, you
saying.
didn't. Just start all over because we didn't hear any of it.
Okay, so for 20 years, I've told my sons that if I die in a road rage accident, they are to go to my funeral and say, Debbie, you're not going to like this part. My mom had one last message for everybody. Ba-da! Yep.
I don't like that message. That's so. I don't even give the middle finger. I've never given the middle finger in my
Oh
entire
man,
life.
I don't have enough middle fingers for some days.
Really? I mean, you really
Everybody
do?
can
Are you like Oprah?
be honest.
You get a middle finger, you get a middle finger, you get a middle finger.
Yes.
Everybody gets a middle finger.
Yep. Since I've been old enough to afford cars with air and a radio, I rarely get road rage anymore. Very rare. But when I do, I will give people middle finger. Now, honestly, another way times have changed in 20 years is nobody sees that you're giving them the finger because they're all on their phones. So you got to honk and give the finger, which to me, that's too much. They're not worth that to me. But I do give people the finger quite a bit. And Jupe and I have decided that is a rating system.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 star. So if you give somebody good news, hey, 5 stars for you. Or they have bad driving. And if anybody ever wanted to confront me about me giving them the finger, I'd say, well, I don't know what that means to you, but what that means to me is I do not approve of your driving. Oh, suck an egg.
I have. Has anybody else never given the middle finger? Am I that much of a weirdo?
Let's see.
Let's see if anybody's not ever given the middle. I would feel very uncomfortable doing that.
Give people the finger?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would. I'm going to make you bigger. That's what you wanted, right?
I do it. Sure. Make me bigger. That's exactly what I was
That's
hoping
exactly what you were hoping for. Well, now you're at least taking up the actual screen.
And just think somebody might be watching this on their 75-inch TV. I'll be the biggest ever.
You will be the biggest poppy ever. Hey, show them your glasses. Poppy got new glasses, and Poppy doesn't get excited about hardly anything in life.
I am gonna do a review of pair eyewear, but I just have not had time, and I don't think I'm gonna have time in the next week either.
I love them.
But they are awesome. Cha. Yep. The next time I order, I'm gonna get me another pair of sunglasses to keep in Jupe's car, and then I'll just be wherever I'm at. And this frame's like, if I'm wearing these and I want to put the sunglasses on, I don't have to take these off. The sunglasses will stick to these, then these, then these. That's a lot of these. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna back up. Do what?
This. Yes.
I'm gonna back up to the, because it's a delayed chat. I don't know why they delay it that much, but they do. Mm-hmm. Kent K said it's better that you don't use the finger, and then Richard, he drives a motorcycle. Nope, Alan does. He drives a motorcycle, and he does have road rage. That's bad, Alan. I need you to control that, because people won't be able to see you when you're zipping, and it would be unsafe, and I worry.
Yeah, but not giving people the finger doesn't make them safe. No, it might make them run, but that's on them.
Alan says he has 2 rules I ride by when I get on my bike. 1, as soon as my bum hits the seat, I become invisible. And 2, everyone on the road is trying to kill me. That's ideal. That's how I feel. Like, everybody on the road, if I make them that angry, they might pull out a gun and shoot me in the face. My goal is to get somewhere safe. And
I like to live my life carrying myself in such a way that you think she might pull out a gun and shoot me. I'm not going to do that. But every now and then I like to give people the crazy eyes. Maybe today.
Poppy, you don't look like you'd ever pull out a gun and shoot somebody.
I do not.
No. I do not. So you can give your.
But inside of me is this little Tasmanian devil every now and then that just wants people to think, oh, she's crazy. Get out of her way.
All right, let me see the crazy look.
Just, oh.
Oh, you gave the stink eye. Hey, Lynn.
No.
Lynn P is here. Richard says, I feel honking as a courtesy when I get cut off. Toot to let them know. Probably just me. Well, I got a good lesson in road rage when I was a young driver.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been
Mm-hmm.
brake checked?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I've also done some.
I'm on the Gene Snyder, which is a pretty fast highway. And this guy brake checked me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. Let me back up. The guy was tailgating me, and I was not in the fast lane, and I brake checked him.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets in front of me and
Oh, yes.
not brake check, slams on his brakes.
Mm-hmm.
It scared me so much. I'm like, I'm never doing anything ever again to anybody. I don't
Yeah.
care. My goal is to be like non-existent and get out of their way. You go be a psychopath and drive crazy and do 100 miles an hour. I'm not, no thanks. I decline. That's, yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Susan one time was bringing Austin home from daycare, and she was in the left lane getting ready to get off of Dixie, which Dixie is on the left side. So
Mm-hmm.
while that is the fast lane, she was getting ready to exit. And a guy pulls up behind her and is just in the window. And she is talking to Austin and try not to make a big deal out of it. And she is laughing. And she's being extra with it. Just and so this guy, as soon as he can, he gets in the right, goes around, gets in front of her, and slams on his brakes. And she put her car sideways.
Oh my
Trying to stop.
gosh.
And she said, I don't laugh at people anymore. She still has to get in that lane to get off at that exit, but she does not find anything about it funny anymore.
No.
And her and Austin were just terrified.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Wonder if that's why he's such a careful driver, because he was little in a car seat then. Now, you fast forward 5 years, and one of his friends took him to the go-kart track,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they could not make him go fast.
How old was he?
They'd say, come on, grandma, come on. He was like 5.
Oh,
He was like, doo, 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 doo.
that's
And he
an
would not
adorable.
drive fast at all.
Oh, speaking of little people, I have a very funny
Uh-huh.
story. I was going to share the picture, but I can't. I'm sure that I will crash everything if I do. But
You can put it in the chat afterwards.
they had a tiny intruder in the White House. A toddler
All right.
squeezed through the fence. And they have a picture of both the guards, security, holding each arm, holding him up. Like he's he couldn't be more than like 3. I don't even know how he got through it.
Oh.
Well, they had another incident like that back in, I think it was 2014, but so funny. Tiny toddler crawled through the fence. Like, okay, it's not toddler proof. They didn't child proof the White House. I thought that was really cute. So,
Well,
what
I'm sure somewhere there's a mom going, where did he go? He was right here.
takes 1 second, less than a second. So I figured we could ask everybody in the chat and you, like, if you have a funny childhood story that you did something funny, or maybe one of your kids did something funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, since we were talking about flipping people off, I'll tell my funny flipping people off story. So when Austin was born, he was everything. He was so sweet and beautiful, and I just loved everything about him. I wanted to be the best mom in the world. I was so excited. And I took him to Catholic picnic. And they had rides and everything set up, and we were doing everything there. We were just having a blast, me and him. And I put him on these little motorcycles and go around in the circle. And I'm like, hey, wave at your mama. And about the 5th time he comes around, he flips me off. And I'm like, what?
Oh
What?
my
What are you?
gosh.
What? And so when that ride is over, I like grab a hold of him by his shirt. I was like, what do you think that means? And he says, it means leave me alone.
Oh my. And how old was he?
And I was like, well, you're not. JT wasn't born, so he had to have been 3 or 4.
Oh my gosh. It means leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Okay, so I'm with all four of the grandkids the other night, and I think it was Autumn. I can't remember. Autumn comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, Blake just said F. I don't think we're supposed to say F." I'm like, it, to hear a child say that,
Mm-hmm.
it is shocking. It's shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we don't say that. That's not. They're like, what does F mean? I'm like, oh my gosh, we are so not doing this.
You're not, don't get me involved.
We are so, well. My funny childhood story, and actually a picture of it in the newspaper that tells you how old it is. Because do they even have newspapers anymore?
I think they do, but it's all advertising
Okay,
and
so
propaganda.
this was back when newspapers were here and they were actually big. Remember how
Uh-huh.
small they
Right.
got as they anyway. I
Yes.
was 2 years old. I'm at the state fair and I kissed a Brahma bull. I climbed up on the
Oh,
fence and a big old Brahma bull. We were going to see the cows and everything, and I climbed the fence up at the top and I kissed a Brahma bull right on the mouth. And
oh
a
my
reporter,
goodness.
and that same thing, they took a picture of me. I guess in the middle of the fair, all these people walking around. I told my mom to hold on and I sat down. I took my shoe off and my sock and started cleaning the dirt out from between my toes. What in the heck? I mean, I don't really think that's very fascinating, but clearly they thought it
That's
was.
pretty funny though.
It was pretty
That's
funny.
pretty funny.
Yeah. So that was, but the Brahma Bull was actually in the paper. It's
That's
crazy.
adorable.
That's crazy. Yep. 2 years old.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. And when JT was little, his funny story about cussing or being funny, whatever, was we were on our way to Florida and my stepdad was getting him out of the van and JT did not want to wake up. And Carl said, you better wake up or I'm going to bust your butt. And JT said, I'll whip your ass any day, any time.
He did not.
I swear.
Oh my gosh.
He's a
What did
mess.
Carl do?
He said, you will die. You get. And he jerked him up and JT woke right up. But me and my mom were dying laughing on the other side of me.
I don't even think I would have laughed. I would have been in like such shock and terror for JT. Did he just said that? Oh my gosh, I'm getting out of
Well,
here.
that was
I
the
would
first. Well, that was
I would have wanted a mile
the first.
distance from him. Like I would
Yeah,
have started backing up
JT
immediately.
had a tendency to test Carl. There was another time, so JT was probably like 2, still in the car seat, little guy, when that happened. About when he was like 4, he was in trouble, and Carl's in his face going, bah, 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 bah. And JT grits his teeth and goes, get out of my face, old man. What?
I'm surprised he actually lived
Scared.
then,
Yeah, they fought.
because man, that is brave. Does he realize how brave he was? Does
I
he actually
know.
remember saying these things to him? You need to ask him.
I don't know. I don't. I do.
You need to ask him if he
Yeah,
even
because it was
remembers it.
traumatic.
It's traumatizing me, and I'm not
And
even
then
there.
it got to where JT was so like he's a pretty easygoing kid, but about once a year we would say he decided that he's not putting up with our shit anymore. And he was taking over. And he'd just be like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking a bath. I'm not doing anything you want me to do. I'm doing nothing. And so one year he was probably like 6 or 7 on that night. We were playing cards. He threw a fit. I said, go upstairs with me, and he didn't want to, and I grabbed him and like bounced him up every stair, fighting the whole way.
How old
He
was
was,
he?
I'd say 6 or 7.
See, I'm so glad I didn't have boys. But then again, I had a lot more trouble when they were teenagers than you did. So, um,
Well, JT, I just gave up on him. I was like, well, dude, I hope you make it, which he has turned out great.
oh, okay. So, there's not any kid stories or anything in the chat. So, I have a did you know, which I
Uh
did
huh.
not know. I did not know this. Um,
Okay.
did you know that marijuana plants are male and female? They have male plants and female plants. Did you know
That's
that?
crazy. I feel like the whole world is gendered,
Okay,
basically.
here's the thing.
I don't know.
If they're always saying there's no difference between men and women, and we have plants that are male and female, and there's differences. So the male produce pollen sacs,
There's
and the
differences.
females produce flower buds. The males have really thick stalks.
You're making me embarrassed.
No. There's a lot of differences between these male and female marijuana plants. That's insane.
Okay.
It's just
Hmm.
like it's Mother Nature telling us the differences between male and females.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
that's just how nature works.
okay. Anessa, back to the kid thing. I don't like how delayed that is. It's so sad. But she said when she was 5, we visited my great grandmother, and my dad wanted to show us the new cow pasture. He neglected to realize that a bull was in the pasture. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, she got some bull cow sex education probably. Oh, look at you typing in the chat. You're so sweet. She got chased. No,
I know.
no sex education. She just got chased by a bull. That's terrifying. That would be terrifying to me. So,
Hmm.
I did not know about the male female marijuana plants. I find that extremely interesting. Now I want to know if there's male female other plants. Are there male female trees? Are there male female, you know, other
Don't you
flowers?
remember Grease 2,
You
the
know what?
great
I
classic Grease
did
2?
I did not love it, so I don't. I mean, I watched it, but
Reproduction, reproduction, put your pollen tube to work. Yeah,
my
they
mom
they.
frowned heavily on that movie. Like we weren't really allowed to watch that.
Oh,
Now
it's
I know
great.
why.
So your mom,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was great.
Okay. No, I didn't know that there was. Are there more male and female plants?
Yes, I mean I didn't know that there was a male plant and a female plant, but I do know that they have female parts and male parts, and that's what the bees are doing when they take some of this plant and put it on that plant. That's getting fertilized.
Oh my gosh. So I guess they're gonna have to start surgically implanting uterus in the male plants because they have transplants now. Transplants, you get it?
I'm not going there with you. I do not have anything to say about that.
Transplants. Okay, I had to. I'm sorry. That was really wrong. But I had to do it. That was funny. Okay. Um at the beginning you started talking about the TikTok challenge, but we did not.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Or you talk about it.
So apparent Debbie was telling me that there's a TikTok challenge of drinking a bunch of Benadryl. That's dumb. Don't do it. If you hear anybody talking about that, tell them not to do that. That doesn't make any sense at all.
And
That's not a challenge. It's just
I'm
so dumb. Are these the
yes.
same people that ate Tide Pods?
Probably. Well, a 13-year-old boy just died. He's from Ohio and just died from drinking too much Benadryl. It can cause cardiac arrest, your heart to stop, obviously, and it's extremely dangerous. Um, it's deadly.
Yes.
It's not
I mean,
extremely dangerous. It's deadly. A medication is not a joke.
well, it
It's
just
not a
goes to
toy.
show that these people, yeah, it makes no sense because medicine, obviously, it's either going to affect your body or it's not. If it's not, then it's not medicine. And too much of it is going to mess you up. And so there's no reason to do that other than to see how close to death you can get. And some people are going to miscalculate and go too far.
I can't imagine losing a child to some stupid,
Oh my God, I was so
trending,
embarrassed.
whatever on a app, on some social media platform. I cannot imagine it. It's such a waste of that life. And 13 years old,
Yes.
clearly you don't know what you're doing at 13. So my message is talk to your kids about this because they're on TikTok. And I'm sure that those parents did not expect their kid to do this, or maybe they did. I don't know. But I'm assuming that they
Or,
didn't.
I mean, I feel like when we were younger, there was a talk about people hanging themselves with their belt. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I
Or
remember
playing
that
the
a lot of
bathtub
people
game and waking up.
took acid and speed constantly. Like people were taking
Yeah.
pills that they didn't even know what they were, but we just never videotaped it because we didn't have all that. Oh my gosh. Do you
Right.
remember the years of the fake antennas that you would put on your car to act like you had a cell phone? I had one. But
Oh my gosh,
I'm
that's
gonna
too funny.
I'm gonna share a story that I did when I was young. I think I was 16, and it was very stupid, and it could have killed me. I don't know what I did. I remember I was very angry at my mom, very angry at the world. This was just my teenage years. Like I said, I'm actually surprised I survived with everything that I went through in my childhood. But I walked into this party, and this guy said, "Hey, do you want one of these?" And it was a pill. I said, "Sure," and I took it. Didn't know what it was. Didn't care what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same concept, except the trend now is drinking a bunch of Benadryl and seeing if it doesn't kill you.
Well, and it's been a long time since you and I have been out to a bar, but while we have been grown, you have done that to me a couple times where somebody just hands you something, says, "Here, drink this," and you drink
Mm-hmm.
it. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh
You
yeah.
don't just drink something that somebody hands you.
Yep. Even the point
I,
of someone buying you
the
a
one I
drink and bringing
remember
it
for
to you.
sure. Yeah, but these guys weren't even with us. They just
Oh, I
handed you
know.
something over the wall and you drank.
Yeah. I have issues, but
Yeah.
I think in those moments you're not really thinking outside of that moment. And
No, what I think it is that you are a people pleaser.
no, not at
Your
all.
own safety is way down on the list.
No, you don't even think about it. That didn't even enter my brain. Safety doesn't even enter my brain. It's
I
all
know.
like happy. We're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
a
Everybody's
surprise, a
agreeing.
gift. Everybody's my friend. And that actually is extremely dangerous. I've gotten in trouble
Mm-hmm.
many times with that. But no, it has nothing to do with pleasing them. It's more of, you're my friend now because you gave me a gift and I'm happy and I like you. There you go. That's a very naive and stupid way to go through life. Or here's a key. Make sure while I'm going to be gone, you can then never be able to get your key back. See? Same thing.
Mhm.
Oh well. Um,
Mhm.
so I think it is the same kind of trend, like the Tide Pod. Somebody said the cinnamon challenge was the best, and I admit that was actually really funny. But a spoonful, well,
I
you could inhale a spoonful of cinnamon. Like, well, they didn't actually inhale; they would cough and choke it out. But
would eat it,
I
but
just,
it's unedible. It's unedible. I don't know what that means.
I guess I don't understand. And it's a kid mentality, but do adults do this too? Are adults doing these trending challenges, or is it just
I hope
kids?
not. If they
I
do,
don't know.
I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it.
I don't know if adults are doing it, but if it's all
But
kids,
but here's the thing. The thing is that so in the chat we talked about cramming VWs and phone boxes full of people, and the trick is what's at stake. I'm sure there's probably somebody in the history of the world that got killed being in the car with 15 other people. But I just don't understand how being by yourself and drinking a bunch of Benadryl and
well,
dying
it
is a
makes you
game.
drunk. It
That
makes
is
you
not a game.
well, Benadryl makes you drunk. If you drink enough of it, it'll make you drunk, but then it'll kill you because you've drank too much. So they actually videotape it. It's like a reaction video that I do. People are watching them, and people
Well,
are definitely secluded because of social media. We have all these people online that we are in contact with, but no one physical. And a lot of times these kids, it's the only thing they have to connect to other humans is through views and social media. So if they're going to watch them do something and get
yeah.
more views, that's why they do it. They don't understand.
Well, and there was like a prankster somewhere that got shot doing some prank on some guy he did not know. It's a mall, I think in New Jersey. I can't remember exactly where it was. But yeah, the guy,
I don't know if
I
it's,
mean, that's how you find out what's too far.
I would say likes, but it's more the attention that you get on social media is what we are literally lacking in real life now. Like before we had all this technology, we would there was only one phone in the house. Everybody didn't have cell
Right.
phones, and you literally made plans with people, and you went outside. You talked to neighbors. Now we talk to people like we're doing online, and I mean, I love that I can connect with that many people, and so do you. But kids, they cannot comprehend the consequences of their actions, and they just think it's going to be funny. They don't think it's going to kill them. Who freaking eats a Tide Pod? Who guzzles bottles of Benadryl? Like to an adult, of course we're going to go, yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That's dumb.
But if your kid has a TikTok account, which you should know about, that conversation really, really needs to happen. I hope it does. And I hope that if we help one person have a talk with their kid, it's worth it.
Yep.
Since we're on the great topic of, that, I did read something today
Mm-hmm.
that, oh my gosh. Well, one, it was really just about the number one contributor to type 2 diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
other than sugar, obviously, um,
Right.
was refined wheat.
I was gonna say mountain.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
It's actually refined wheat and rice. It's even more. I didn't know you could refine
Mm-hmm.
rice. How do you refine rice?
I
You.
mean, most of the rice we've ever eaten in our lives has been refined.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what to do about it for sure. I've been trying to eat a hard, healthy diet for about 3 months now, and I can't.
Oh my gosh, Alan
Nope.
Thompson said, "Do not dry your pets in the microwave." I hope no one's ever done that. That's not okay.
It's
Anessa
stupid.
said,
Well,
"Remove food wrapper before eating. People are crazy." Um,
yeah. I mean, and that's part of, I would say, my struggle, and maybe yours too, Debbie, is sometimes the depths of stupidity are unfathomable.
I
I
think
just don't understand.
I agree with what Alan just said. He said, unfortunately, most kids think that they're immortal. They don't even know that, they don't even think that they can die. They don't even think like that. They're not cautious because they're not thinking the way adults
Right.
are thinking. Um, and then Richard
Yeah, but
said, wish we
I feel
could tell
like,
everyone the danger of things like drinking medicines might do. Me too.
yeah, because I have not come to full grips with my own mortality, but I
Oh,
also walk the line.
well, you wanted to talk, you had a topic about how death makes people crazy.
Mhm.
So since we're on morbid topics, oh, hold
Okay.
on. Let me finish about the diabetes thing because as I'm
Oh,
reading
yes, go
this
ahead.
article earlier this morning, it said the contributor, number one contributor other than sugar, is refined wheat and rice. I don't know how you refine rice, so I'm not really sure I get that part because rice is rice.
It's
They
just
don't.
process. Clean it up, make it all the same. No, I think they clean it up, make it all the same.
Okay, so and then further down in the article, it said the
Mhm.
next thing is people eat too much processed and unprocessed red meat like bacon, sausage, and something else, and salami. And I'm like, so
Mhm.
literally, you're just telling people to eat fruit and vegetables. That's it. They did
Yeah.
say they did say sodas and pop and drinks, sugar
Yeah,
drinks.
I mean, the thing is, if we would all eat in moderation, you wouldn't be in diabetes area. But once you get in it, it's
So I
bad.
figure we could just go get some Mexicans sometime. Like, no, I'm just kidding.
I I cannot eat a heart healthy diet. I just gotta eat until my heart explodes.
Well, I've
Eat
been
whatever I
doing.
want because
I have been notified by my doctor that unfortunately I am pre-diabetic, and this is someone
Mhm,
that I have. Like when you all got there, I ate bad food. I ate bad food for 2 weeks.
mhm,
I ate everything I wanted, and
mhm,
it didn't matter. But I watch what I like. My diet would consist of yogurt that had 2 sugars in it, some granola that's made out of almonds, a salad, steak or chicken, and granola for dinner. I mean, granola and yogurt for dinner. And that's it. I had string cheese. None of these things are bad. These are all great.
mhm.
And if I wanted something else, I have the Atkins shakes. So I got those. And I did that consistently and was in ketosis. I even checked. You know, you can use those urine strips, and I checked to make sure I
Right.
was. I was in ketosis consistently for 3 months. Well, your A1C, they check your sugar levels for the last 3 months. Yeah, mine was high.
Mhm,
It's not
mhm.
high as in like I'm diabetic, but it's high as in pre diabetic. And that's with me eating like that, Poppy.
Yeah, I really think it's nothing we can do about it.
Well, that's what that's what Connie said, that sometimes you can't control it. And anyway, so that's why I was reading that article. But
Because
I was very,
you don't
very
like any
upset.
vegetables and almost no fruit.
Well, I like salad. I like salad and I like apples and bananas. I like clementines.
Mhm.
That's about it. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it sucks.
it does suck. So that
But I saw a comedian that he said being pre-diabetic is like being pre-broken leg,
mhm.
which isn't
it
true, but I think it's hilarious.
well, and she wants to put me on this medicine, and it's an injectable, and I am so scared of
No,
it.
don't do that. Don't do that.
She
That's
is.
somebody's trying to sell you medicine.
I don't think so. She's very worried about it being that high with me eating the way she goes. If you promise you've been eating like that, then that's a problem, and I have.
But pre-diabetic is not diabetic.
No, and she doesn't want me to go to diabetes. She doesn't want me to get it.
If you're taking the same medicine, what difference does it make?
What do you mean medicine? No, she wants to
If
put
she's
me
giving you an
on
injectable,
she wants to put me on medicine to bring that down to normal. So I don't go into
mhm,
full diabetic.
yeah.
I don't know. Made me really upset.
Mm-hmm.
I was upset for several days, but I don't want diabetes. But anyway, so you want to talk about death that makes people crazy since we're on horrible topics?
Yeah.
We
Just a
are.
friend of mine, her grandmother passed recently, and it just really brings to light how people act crazy when somebody dies. So I just would love to go on record as saying, when first of all, when someone is alive, do not talk about their estate or your inheritance. It's all theirs. They can do whatever they want to with it as long as they are drawing breath.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple different instances where somebody has just been like, oh, well, we got to do this to protect her estate. I'm like, she's alive. Let her spend her money. And then just ridiculous shenanigans that people go through after somebody dies,
You mean like fighting
trying
over
to make sure
things?
they grab as much as they can. Yes, it's so disheartening.
It
Disheartening.
it is. I worked at a credit union for everybody. Poppy knows, but
Mhm.
we had several instances where we had long-term members of the credit union where the children would come in. Okay, so let's take an 80-year-old man. He was living with a 25-year-old girl, and she is emptying his bank account. Something like that. Um, they would try to stop it, get access to, like, freeze his accounts or do whatever, and you,
Mhm.
you really can't do anything.
No, no. I've told people before, like, is she crazy? If she's crazy, then go file the paperwork and get her in conservatorship. If she's just making bad choices and spending her money, doing whatever she wants to do, that's hers to do. As long as you're alive, you can spend your money however you want to. If you want to spend it on 25-year-old, who cares?
Well, I think if you really want to, uh, the power of attorney and all that stuff, and if you get older, that's different. But if you really want to make things simple after you pass, have a will.
Right.
Have it all done.
But what I'm saying is there's too many greedy hands in the pot before you're even dead.
Oh, yeah. If you don't have a will, I can't even imagine if you had someone that had, like your parents have a lot of things and you have a lot of siblings and cousins come out of the woodworks.
Mm-hmm.
And how do they even do that? Does the judge
Yep.
usually decide?
Well, I mean, that's why they want you to get a will, is because then, yeah, it goes to the state, they decide. State probate, I think, and other thing.
Probate court?
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Just have a work on my will too. Yeah.
Right. Have a will. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I was working on my will one time, and then I just hit a spot where I could not quite figure out what I needed to do with that, and then I never finished it. So,
Hmm. Yeah, now you can get a will online and super cheap. Unless you've
right.
got tons and tons of things, but it's really easy to do a will. What is that?
What
What's that one website that you can go to and has all the
legal Zoom?
legalzoom.com? And I'm not pushing them. Oh my gosh, speaking of people like outside of us. Oh, I can't show you. Hold on. I'm going to try to turn my camera back on. It's so not going to work.
We just beware. Her lips do not match up with her voice.
I know, but I got to show this. Video capture.
William D. Tipton Jr. said in person it's only $200. I'm assuming he means to get a will.
Oh,
That's not bad.
cool.
That would
Okay. I don't know how I can make this any lighter. It's really yeah, I don't know how to do all that. It's just dark. All right. So the sponsor, of our videos,
Mm-hmm. Yes, we talked about that.
they sent me some new things, which I'll do on another reaction video. But I wanted to show everybody. This is what I got today. I got this. Can you see that? Yeah. So it's
Nope.
Gothic without the O. Anyway, look.
I don't think we're seeing it. I think. Oh, there we go.
Oh, am I frozen?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So anyway, I got this,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and hang on. I'm going to show the other thing I got, which is this is me in cat form. Actually, it looks very mean. I'm not as mean. I just got it because I have blue eyes, but they're actually quite turquoise.
Hmm.
Now that I'm looking at it,
Aw,
isn't it cute?
he's adorable.
I thought so. And oh, hold on, I have it backwards. Oh, it's on the front. Is it on the? It's on the front and the back. It's super silky. It's that silky,
Mm-hmm.
shiny material. But I wanted to also tell everybody that we have a new sponsor, or we're considering a new sponsor for our live videos. And it's a jersey maker, jersey something. So I still
We're gonna
don't
test
have.
him out.
We're gonna test them out, and I still haven't finished up the details with them. But yeah, this is really nice. Something like that. Kind of nice. Oh, it's got one of those double clasp things. Did I do it right? I don't know. I really can't see. So I'm not frozen on this thing.
Your lips don't line up though. I don't think.
What I'm
I
looking
don't know. What
at,
do I know?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But all right. I don't know why it's so dark and dreary, but it is. All right. Well, we are 20 minutes after. I'm going to.
Yep. So we've been streaming for 58 minutes.
I know, and you've done such a good job by yourself.
Well, you've been here. It's been
Oh, I
you've been
said I'm
crippled.
frozen.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't want to be frozen. Somebody thaw me out. I just can't figure out. I cannot figure out why it's doing what it's doing. I really truly
Well,
can't.
let's work on it more for next week.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody that came. I really appreciate you all, and I'm so sorry about the technical problems. Hopefully, we're gonna do some testing outside. I don't know how to go live and test it without actually be. Oh, I can make it private, not public.
Oh,
All right,
there
we'll
you go.
do that. We'll test it out and get this thing working. I don't know why it's doing it, but I'm going to call my internet provider tomorrow and cry to them. And I'm not
All
giving them
right.
the middle finger, even though Audrey said it's okay.
Well, you want their help. Don't give them the middle finger. But if they say
Yeah.
they can't help you, middle finger.
No, no. They'll help me. I'm sure. I think maybe. I hope
They're
they
nice
do.
guys.
All right. Well, thanks everybody, and we will see you all next week, Tuesday, and hopefully we'll try to be a little bit earlier.
Yes.
You all have a great week, and I will see you on the other side. Oh, actually, no, I'm going out of town. Poppy and I are going out of town tomorrow. And
Yes, we are.
when will we be back?
Maybe Saturday night, Sunday at the latest.
Okay, so we'll be back Saturday or Sunday. So I've got a couple of videos I'm going to post before I leave, and I'll try to get some. If I can get this technical stuff done, then I'll try to get some so you're all not stuck without watching anything. But
There you go.
all right, we'll see you all later.
Thank you.